again, y'all. We're live again, y'all. Um, yeah, another another instance of our little chats and our, get to go over some things. Um, I haven't seen anything crazy yet. I'm waiting today because today I would say is gonna be important because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that comes out. The Supreme Court is supposed to come out and say a bunch of stuff today, so it's just basically waiting on a couple of those rulings, see what they got to say, see what's gonna happen, see what I guess you could say what changes they're gonna try to implement and stuff, so that way we can see what's going on. Because there's a bunch of rulings that are supposed to come out today. We're still dealing with this whole Greenland thing, which is I think one of the bigger things that we have to make sure to concern ourselves about, because it's Greenland is a hot topic and there's a lot of ramifications that come from it. Not only do you have this stuff going on in Minnesota, but you got possible more tariffs coming up on and being added onto this whole situation. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be highlighted and a bunch of stuff that's getting put into this. So it's a lot of stuff that has to be paid attention to today because today is going to be a very important day. Not only because, like I said, with the stock market is always going to fluctuate and stuff is going to happen, but with this whole we want to take over Greenland, but not even make sure that we take care of our own country thing is interesting because I don't think anybody understands the whole point on Greenland. Nobody has made a factor of Greenland the past couple of decades. We haven't dealt with any other sort of issues on Greenland since who knows how fucking long. Nobody has mentioned Greenland in the past decade. No president prior to Donald Trump and his so-called we need to have it for national security stuff. Um the crazy thing is like when you look at it, you don't even hear about Russia or China trying to get Greenland. That's what makes it more interesting. That's what makes it weird, the fact that it's just like we need to get Greenland when China and Russia ain't even concerned with that. China's more concerned with getting allies all over the rest of the fucking world than they are going to Greenland with a population of barely anybody on there. I was like, China's more interested in making trade deals with everyone else that we are basically trying to screw over and put a tariff on. And it's the same thing that's a continuous thing. It's just like we're gonna keep on doing this whole tariff thing. And the thing is all that it ends up doing is having us as American consumers have more expensive shit. It's not like these tariffs and all this stuff is actually causing us to do better. It's not causing us to get cheaper prices. It's actually causing us to have more expensive shit. That was like it's not getting any better because people are just like, oh my god, it's just like oh Greenland, we need more tariffs. No, that's not gonna work. Having more tariffs is not the whole point. We, as everybody can see, whether they want to be MAGA, whether they want to be Republican, want to be independent, want to be Democrat, want to be liberal, all our prices are going up. No matter how you put it, no matter how you want to skew it, no matter what information you try to pull up, everything is going up. So prices have gone up. I'm not going to say astronomically, but prices have gone up everywhere. Everywhere. You can't say at this point that the prices are going down. No prices have gone down. The funniest thing is just like they'll just everybody will highlight gas. But the whole thing was like they couldn't afford milk, they couldn't afford eggs, they couldn't afford anything. The only thing they could say is gas. It was just like you can't even afford the car anymore to fucking put gas in it. It was just like everybody wants to go. Oh my god, gas is down, bro. Your car's broken down. The part that you used to get for a lot cheaper is not as cheap anymore. Why? Tariffs. You paying more for everything. That's not better for anybody in this country. We're not getting anything. Nothing is gonna get cheaper. That's the thought process that a lot of people fail to realize. Nothing ever gets cheaper. If you're in my live right now, you a grown ass adult. When the fuck have you seen prices go down? You a grown ass adult. You've been paying bills. When have you seen prices go down? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out with these people. You all grown ass adults in here. I'm not trying to say anything else besides that. You're all grown adults in here. If you're in here, you're over 18. If you in here, you probably in your 30s going to your 40s or about to hit 30. And in all that time that you've been a couple of decades old, when have you seen a price of any motherfucking thing go down? Please give me one example. I'm just looking. I don't even need a whole fucking lecture on it. Just give me one example where your gas prices, well, not your gas prices, your prices on anything has gone down. It was just like, look at what happened to housing. Back in the day, people were buying houses for the amount that motherfuckers is paying for cars now. You remember you remember when McDonald's had the dollar menu and you just paid a dollar and whatever cents because that was the sales tax you had to pay? When was the last time you paid a dollar something for a fucking cheeseburger? I'm just stating the point. I was just like, remember, there's the same corporations that y'all want to give all these tax cuts to, that they're gonna make stuff cheaper for you. They're gonna pay people. The people in McDonald's have been paying. Yo, what up, Ty? But you remember when you can go see? Look, I'm from New York City. Y'all can see it. I used to be able to go to the corner Chinese store and get fucking either French fries with chicken wings or fried rice with chicken wings and a fucking big jug of fucking iced tea. And I paid $4 for that shit. Had a whole meal, was stuffed, was full for $4. When's the last time you seen that? When's the last, I put it like this. When's the last time you've gone to any restaurant lately, looked at the menu and looked at it like, bro, did they just raise the price? Yo, when is the last time? I was like, this has nothing to do with your politics. This just has to do with factual stuff. You just got to be factual about it. Like, bro, we haven't paid lower on anything. Do they even sell those quarter juices anymore? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little ones that look like little grenades that you would drink them and then toss them and shit like that. I'm showing my age. My bad. I'm showing my. I'm showing my age with. I'm showing my age with that. Okay. Yes. So, I'm showing. I'm showing my age with that. But when's the last time you seen one of those quarter juices? Even them quarter. When's the last time? Damn, you said those were a nickel. Damn, I paid. What's up, collective? It was just like I paid a. It was a quarter. It was a fucking quarter. You don't even see him no more. Shit, put it like that. The the only thing I think we can say that has stayed the same is fucking Arizona fucking iced tea. Shout out to the fucking Arizona iced tea, man. Those people are national treasures. That's what you call being a national treasure. Cause that shit is still fucking. You still see the can say 99, even though you'll go to the store and these motherfuckers will try to charge you more. These motherfuckers still keep the fucking price, and that's been the price since I was fucking I don't know how old. They $1.50 now. See, just like what? Nah, bro, I paid $1. You paid anything, and the thing is you would go to the grocery store, and the grocery store would just give it to you for $1. They never. It's like it makes you wonder. It was just like, yo, how come all these grocery stores never charged you the fucking cents? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be like, it's $1. Knowing damn well there's sales tax, but motherfuckers will still charge you $1. But you go to McDonald's, motherfuckers ain't taking off no sales tax. You paying. Like, come on, man. They small. Hey, look, I'm cool with that. I'm cool if the Arizona can is smaller. It might be a less more to drink, but shit, it's still $1. You see what I'm saying? So maybe I did find one thing that actually stayed low. Well, I wouldn't say the price lowered, but it didn't go up. But everything else we have in this country has gone up in price. So for people to come in here and be like, nah, man, prices is going down. Where the fuck do you live? I want to go there. Type shit. Like I want to move there. Where the fuck you at that all the prices seem to be going down? Shit, we still looking for $1.98 gas. And even with $1.98 gas, where the fuck you going right now? Where the fuck you trying to go? Ain't nowhere to go. What you gonna do in the where you gonna travel to in the States? You better off trying to drive than fucking take a flight anywhere. Where you gonna fly to? But that's the thing. Imagine having most of this country thinking that prices are going down. Y'all haven't even seen your health insurance, if you have any. Because that's a key factor there that a lot of people don't want to talk about. The fact that it's just like some people don't have the things that other people are complaining about. Some people don't have the things that are necessary or should be necessary for everyone to have. Everybody should have health insurance. Everybody should be able to go to the doctor. If you get sick, should be able to go to the doctor. It shouldn't be like, damn, am I going to die today or I got to make it to work? Those are most people's options, ain't they? What you going to do, miss work? Then you going to be broke? They ain't going to have enough money to do what you need to do or pay what you need to do because you got sick? Now you trooping it in there. What do you end up doing? Now you in the fucking whole building getting everybody and their mama sick. Now everybody missing work. Everybody losing all their money. Prices ain't going up. Prices is not going down on anything. The This is another one with housing. Your job, yes, clearly your job don't give a shit if you sick or not. They really don't. They don't care if you sick. They just gonna tell somebody else to come in. Hey, bro, can you pull this shift? Yeah, we short on people. Can you come in today? They don't give a fuck. They ain't gonna pay you any extra either. They gonna pay you the same amount for you doing a shift that you wasn't even supposed to do. Why don't they pay you extra? Why don't you get time and a half every time you fucking show up that you ain't supposed to go? Don't put me in office. I'm sorry. They don't like hearing that shit. They start listening to that, they'll be like, oh, dang. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, where do you see prices going down? You don't see prices going down on anything. Now you trying to threaten more tariffs. You're trying to threaten more tariffs. And every time the tariffs happen, fucking prices go up on everything. Most of the stuff that we dealing with right now is getting hit with the tariffs. Because you got to remember, a lot of this stuff was in that last quarter, that last fiscal year. Now, with a new fiscal year, all those prices are going to get jacked up. Why? Because they got to make their money. They've been making money regardless. Because you got to put it like this. Put it like this. Why is it that you can go and these people have, let's say, Memorial Day weekend, right? Or whatever weekend or whatever fucking holiday, everything can be that much cheaper. So you mean to tell me that TV that you was trying to sell me that's on sale right now, you could have been selling at that price the whole fucking time? What's up, Pedro? Think about that. Think about that. Just just think about that. That TV was 100 something fucking dollars. Was, let's say $1,000, right? It's on sale for 500. Meaning y'all could have been selling it for 500 the whole fucking time. Cause at the end of the day, if you putting it on sale, you still trying to make money off of that TV. So you still making money even though you dropped the price down to half price. They ain't just gonna give the TV away and lose money. They're not about to do that. They sure as hell ain't about. Oh, you know what? Let's put it on sale and let's lose money on it. No, that shit ain't gonna happen. So these people have been collecting that tax-free money that you want to give them, all these corporations, because it was just like, yeah, it was just like all these corporations have not given you shit back. Morning. Morning, y'all. Good morning to all y'all. Good Tuesday. Hopefully y'all had a good day of rest yesterday. Y'all had a day off. If y'all had the day off. I don't know if everybody had it, but hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. Hopefully y'all had a day off, had to relax, didn't deal with too much nonsense and stuff. But hey, it is what it is though. When you look at it like that, it's just like, this is interesting. Next season looking rough for the Mets. Enjoyed my show yesterday. I appreciate that, Justice. Morning, Samantha. It was just like, no, that's all it is. It's just we got to talk about the real shit. Because the thing is it's just like with MAGA right now is just like y'all don't want to listen to anybody. That's cool. That's cool. If you MAGA, you don't want to listen to anybody. You don't want to listen to anybody that's telling you true sense. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. The ignorance, that ignorance. That shit was funny. I was thinking of a way to make the game show, but that would mean I would have to have MAGA come up, and MAGA's not gonna fucking play along with that shit. MAGA's not. MAGA is not gonna play around with the ignorant show. They not gonna come up and be like guest on the panel, like it Cosby. You know that for a fact that MAGA is not gonna come up and be on a panel talk about how ignorant is you. I'm sorry. I thought about it. I was just like, nah, this ain't gonna. This is not gonna rock. This is not gonna go very far. It was like I'm gonna get banned even. Imagine having them on the panel to show them how dumb they. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't gonna work. It was just like, but that's the thing about it. I was just like, that's why at this point is like, there's no point for me to start trying to keep arguing with these people. It was just like I have to have people like y'all. Y'all the ones I have to reach out to. Y'all the ones I have to try to educate on the stuff I know. Because the thing is if I have this information, it's pointless for me to just hold on to it. So I got to reach out to y'all. I got to reach out to different people. I got to reach out to people that want to listen to just common sense stuff. Because it's not like I'm trying to. I'm not literally just trying to bash MAGA all the time. The thing is that MAGA's the one that don't want to listen. MAGA's the one that don't want to listen to facts. MAGA's the one that don't want to listen to data. They don't want to pay attention to the thing. MAGA's the one that doesn't want to admit I got lied to. Everybody else that I talk to, y'all listen to me. Y'all know I'm not full of shit. I ain't here to be full of shit. Because the thing is I wouldn't have gotten the following, the small following that I have. I wouldn't have gotten it if I would have been just talking shit the whole time. Because y'all would have been like, damn, this dude full of shit. I ain't coming back. But most of y'all come back because y'all know I'm not going to bullshit y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to be as real as I possibly can be. And then I'm going to do some funny shit on the side like the ignorant show. But that's the thing. The thing is I don't need to be loud. I can be loud and I can be ignorant. But the thing is there's no point to that. It's having the people learn like this stupid shit that goes on in this country. Like, look at the fact that everything is like, look at the fact how everything has happened, right? And then after all the shit we've been going through, that people have been losing money, we taking money here, you still just signed a bill to give Israel more money? But you didn't hear that in the news. You didn't see that get publicized. You didn't see that be the headline on any fucking thing. You ain't hear nothing about more money going to another foreign country. You ain't hear not a fucking thing. But oh, Minnesota's up in flames. They're burning the buildings. They're attacking right wing. Like, come on, bro. We tired of y'all. There's nothing. There's nothing good coming out of MAGA. Like, give me something that's just like, you're finding all this fraud. We find these fraud. We're finding fraud. So, which one is it for Minnesota, right? Because that's the part of confusion with me too, right? You are in Minnesota supposedly because there's fraud being committed by Somalians, but you don't send the FBI to investigate. You send ICE. I'm kind of confused because that's the interesting part about it. It was just like, so you sending in people that have no investigative powers to investigate supposedly fraud, but now you here going door to door, going after people, and then come to find out that a lot of the people that you breaking into their homes, either you got supposedly the wrong address, which is interesting to me, because how the fuck can't you read addresses, or the people ain't who you say they are. And then, of course, I know it's going to be the same nonsense that MAGA always likes to push. Oh, you like protecting pedophiles. Bro, you got one in the White House. You awfully quiet about that one. Ain't no mention about that one, huh? Ain't no mention about anybody on the Epstein file. So how is it that you do all that, but you haven't found any? I haven't. Has any MAGA heard of any arrest off of the Epstein files? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Justice. That old man that was taken out half naked. That you can see that man was not in full great health because of all the bruises that man had on his body. That's an old ass man that's going through a lot of shit, and you gonna take him out in freezing cold weather. You ain't even gonna let him get dressed to come to find out he was an American citizen. The funny thing is that the fraud was already taken care of. It was a white woman running a non-profit that was taking all the money. You don't hear any fucking news outlet talking about it. White woman running the non-profit that was funneling all the fraudulent money. You don't hear nothing about that though. Nothing about it. You don't hear nothing about it. They try to give you every other fucking instance of every other fucking excuse to not release the rest of the files. But they'll come up on everything. Somalians are doing this. But what about the white lady? Somalians are doing this. But Donald Trump just pardoned somebody that was a fraudster, got convicted of fraud, was actually in jail for fraud. Oh, we're going after the drug dealers. You just pardoned somebody that was convicted of trafficking 400 tons. He was the actual president of Nicaragua. 400 tons trafficked into the country. You come up with all these instances of everything. Like, you know what it is that you have to find random people to try to assert the fact that you are supposedly of rule, supposedly of law and order, supposedly of I'm gonna get this done, supposedly of transparency. But everything that you have done in this administration has been the complete opposite. There's been no transparency at all. Because the most transparent thing is a list of people that are abusing on kids that you can't release. That's the most apparent one. But we don't like to talk about that because, MAGA tends to shy away from that conversation because then they don't really have a foot to stand on. Oh my God. Oh, look, guys. I must have hit a nerve with the whole I must have hit a nerve when I said they protect pedophiles. Must have been it, huh? It's always the same ignorant people that don't know how law works, that don't know. It was just like the funniest thing. See, this is the easiest thing to explain. So Biden never released them, yet Republicans are now in charge and they haven't arrested anybody. Why is that? Why haven't you arrested anybody? You have the list now, don't you? It's been released, right? Why haven't, as Republicans in charge, arrested anybody? If Republicans are the, you know, transparency, rule of law, how come they haven't arrested anybody? You're in charge. Republicans are in charge. You have the presidency, you have the thing. I was just like, oh yes, let's try to do the same thing. You know what's funny? Every single time a person has asked to do a public disposition, what do Republicans do? Now we want to do it behind closed doors. I don't care what that person is, Justice. They all the same. You can be out of this country and you can still be a fucking idiot. Doesn't have to be. Most of the people that most of them did you not hear how on Twitter or X or however you want to call it, most of the fucking right-wing propaganda fucking things weren't even American? It was just like, you are the party in charge. You are the party that now has the Epstein list. You are the party that has the Department of Justice, yet you've made no arrests. You've released documentation showing the people that have been in on the fucking Epstein list. You still haven't. Imagine the fact that you want to say that Bill Clinton did something, but your bitch ass still hasn't arrested him. So who's protecting who? Because at the same time, you have Bill Clinton that came out on there, but you haven't arrested him. Why is that? Are you protecting him? Because for a person that's supposedly on the list so heavily, a person that was so heavy in the list, all of a sudden, no, the reasons the Clintons did not want to show up to a closed door hearing is because they asked for it to be public. The Republicans want to hide this shit the same way they did with Jack Smith behind closed doors. Jack Smith did it anyway behind closed doors. But he's been wanting it to do it in public the same way the Clintons did. Because the Clintons want to make sure that when you pull them up, they can say everything and the whole country can hear it. So that they don't end up protecting those little Republicans. He was like, basically, even, and the funniest thing is like, they want to say, oh my God, the Clintons didn't show up. Bill Clinton's first fucking statement that came out after the list came out was, yo, release everything unredacted. Not even Donald Trump has said that. Not even the Department of Justice has said that. Not even fucking Timu Patel. Not one Republican has says release all the unredacted files. But somehow, Bill Clinton, when y'all tried to frame him as the only one on the list, even though he was Bubba being blown. Come on, man. Y'all gotta that's the thing. It's just like MAGA's so into the stuff that they don't do no research. You have a smartphone. You have a smartphone, but you're still stuck on stupid. You haven't been able to read anything. Oh, see? What did I say? What do I always say? What do I always say? What do I always say? When they have nothing to say cuz they sound like shit, all of a sudden it's oh my god, both parties are in on it. This same motherfucker came in here talking about fuck Democrats. He didn't say fuck Democrats and fuck Republicans. He said fuck Democrats. And then when you call him out on his ignorance, you call him out on their bullshit, you call him out on factual shit that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Now all of a sudden, oh, both parties are bad. But both parties are bad. Leave us Republicans alone. We don't have any proof to fight back to fucking argue with you. Now all of a sudden it's both parties is bad. But that's not the same energy you came in with, right? That's not the same energy you had earlier. Now that you've been looked like a fool because you've been exposed for being a fraud and not knowing what you're talking about, now all of a sudden it's a two-party thing. Oh, I forgot. You probably not even a fucking person that can vote. So it's best you just shut the fuck up. That's what I talk about with MAGA. You don't support you not a Democrat, you not a Republican, but here you are defending Donald Trump on the Epstein list. But you neither, right? But then when you get called out on the bullshit you talking, oh, both parties is bad. I know both parties is bad. But at the same time, the Democrats have been asking for unredacted files the whole fucking time. The whole time. Every vote that came up to the fucking podium, Democrats have voted to release every single fucking file. Republicans are the ones fighting against it. Shit, everybody wants to talk about, oh my God, the Clintons got subpoenaed. So did Jim Jordan, because he was at the school where that fucking physician is in jail now that was also in the Epstein list. But you haven't seen Jim Jordan show up, have you? Hmm. So you haven't you don't talk about anything that the Republicans have been doing. You don't talk about all the Republicans that have been outed and shown to be pedophiles. You don't talk about that. You talk about Bill Clinton, which you still haven't arrested. So you will go through all the lengths to try to blame every single Democrat, but then the Republicans that do it, awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. Oh. So basically you have the power. Imagine now saying imagine now saying that the president doesn't have the power to release the files. Imagine that's your fucking go-to now. Bro, MAGA will try to flip flop whichever way possible to try to squirm, to try to make it make sense of something that they don't support. Like, bro, you probably can't vote in this country, right? Meaning that your ass is probably up for deportation. Ain't that crazy? The American dream is not going to be the American dream for you because you're going to be deported. You not American. You can't vote. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy that you trying to justify the same shit that's gonna get you deported? What the fuck? Like, that's how you know some people is just like beyond like comprehension. You agree with the fact that you gonna get kicked out this country. I you imagine then saying that you are American, but you still protecting pedophiles. Come on now. Come on now. Nobody's talking about it. The media isn't talking about it because the media is corrupting it also. You don't find it to be suspicious that CBS all of a sudden got purchased by another right wing media company or by another right wing mogul that just so happens to side with Trump? That most chances are is probably somewhere in that list also, but y'all don't want to highlight them because the thing is once you control the media, you control the dumb people in this country. And once the dumb people in this country believe all the dumb shit you say, it's hard to get dumb people to actually become intelligent. Cause look at it like this. Put it like this, right? Like I said, like I was talking earlier, right? You're a grown ass fucking adult protecting pedophiles. You a grown ass fucking adult protecting pedophiles. You a person that's paying bills in this country. You a person that's paying taxes in this country, and you are a person. No, no, don't come with the don't don't come back and start changing it up again. Here we go again. Both sides is wrong. You came in saying fuck Democrats. You didn't say fuck Democrats and Republicans. You didn't say fuck both sides of the parties. You didn't say none of that. All you did was come in and the first fucking shit that came out your mouth was fuck Democrats. But now all of a sudden, because we calling you out for being a pedophile protector, and you not saying anything against the pedophiles that have been outed as Republicans, now all of a sudden, both sides is bad. The difference between me and you is that I want them all castrated. I don't pick a side just because they lie to me and they make me feel good about being inadequate. I want them all castrated. I don't care who it is. I don't pick and choose what fucking energy oh my God, fuck the Democrats. The Democrats is doing this. Why didn't Biden release it? Why ain't you fucking locking people up? Why ain't you locking people up? Why ain't you talking about locking these people up? Why isn't the energy that you have to say fuck Democrats to be able to say fuck pedophiles on both sides of the fucking aisle? You don't have the energy to say that though, right? You have all the energy to say, oh my God, the Democrats is on the list too. Bitch, if you can't say the Republicans is on there also, you protecting somebody. It's not the Democrats, because the Democrats are the ones you wanna accuse. But if you stay awfully quiet about your side, I've never, because that's the thing. The funny thing about when you speak to MAGA and you speak to anybody that may be a liberal or anything else, when you tell them to say condemn pedophiles, they don't give a fuck who it is. Don't give a fuck what side they on. Don't give a fuck what they look like. They condemn them all. You over here trying to fight for one side when your side is the one that's been caught the whole time. But both parties is bad. Yeah, because you get called out on the fact that you still haven't called out the Republicans. And you notice that part too. Now all of a sudden the topic becomes they're both bad. But you didn't come in saying that. You still haven't even said separately that I don't like the fucking Republicans either. Notice that part? It's quick that y'all can't denounce your own side. You can denounce the Democratic side, but you won't denounce the Republican side. When the Republican side don't give a fuck about you. Because it's quick to go, oh my God, I do condemn pedophiles. So fuck Republicans too, right? Oh no, I can't say that. Why can't you say that? Why can't you say fuck MAGA if they pedophiles too? Why can't you say? Why can't you say that for the Democrats? But you don't ever say it for the Republicans, even though y'all been caught doing it. Interesting, ain't it? An interesting fucking concept to come across. Saki, I don't care who's listening anymore. I'm on YouTube. If you don't know, go on the fucking bio, go on my YouTube. Cause when I start talking like this, they definitely gonna fucking ban me. Cause I start, they're gonna say I'm bullying and harassing them because I'm calling them out for their bullshit. Yeah, y'all know another ban is incoming. That's why I say if y'all haven't followed me, watch me on YouTube. It's on fucking 4K, widescreen, better fucking camera quality. Just watch me on YouTube. Cause the thing is most of the time while I'm on here, y'all will see. Look, if y'all been here on both, y'all gonna be watching me, and then all of a sudden my live is gonna cut out. And best believe it is not because of my internet. It is not because of my setup. Because my setup is built to run all of this. I have this set up for a reason to run all of this so that y'all can hear me clearly with microphone. And I have my microphone on YouTube. So either way, there's no way y'all can't hear me. Even though on TikTok, it'll be like, oh my God, people will be like, we can't hear you. Or it's getting glitchy. It's like, nah, I paid for fucking the best internet I could get. I'm on fiber. There's no way my connection just drops. That's me trying to be silenced by people that don't like the fact that I call out the ignorance. I call it out on both sides. But the fact is that I call it out more on the right because that's the more hypocritical side. If y'all were here yesterday, y'all heard the fucking the ignorant talk show. I talk on both sides. The same way I talk on bitch ass Cory Booker. That dude's a bitch too. And come to find out, I can't even fuck with Jasmine Crockett anymore. I like her energy against Republicans, but she voted for Israel to get that extra money. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that part? Yeah, you know Jasmine Crockett actually voted for Israel to get that extra 3.3 billion? Oh, yeah, you know about that. Oh, okay. Yo! Yo, crazy. As soon as I said that, I just got a restriction. I just got a restriction after saying that. I just got a restriction for telling y'all the fucking truth. Talking about I'm bullying and harassing. What am I bullying and harassing when I'm telling? That's why I tell y'all go on my YouTube because y'all don't have to worry about this nonsense. Y'all saw it. Y'all all heard what I said. What part of the truth was bullying? What did I say? It was just like she voted to give Israel money. If me saying the word Israel is bullying and harassing, that's wild. I can't even say your country. I can't even say the country now. Now, now they've gotten so sensitive that I can't even say the fucking name of the country. I don't care if it's a fucking trigger word or not. All I said was Jasmine Crockett voted to give Israel that $3.3 billion. I didn't bully anybody. I didn't say anything out of the ordinary. I just said a factual statement because if you go to congress.gov, you can see the bill that was proposed and who it was signed by. But I'm bullying. Imagine, imagine being, imagine trying to say that I'm bullying you, me, little old me, with 16,000, almost 17,000 followers, is bullying you. That's wild. Yep, that's who it probably was right there. But like I said, if y'all watch me on YouTube, it's better for me. Y'all can support me better by following me on YouTube and watching me on YouTube. Cause here, if I'm stating the facts, like y'all already know how it is here. Here, most of the time when I'm talking, they try to fucking restrict me. They try to stop me. They try to glitch me. My audio don't work. My video starts glitching, and it's just like, yep. And I have the same thing here. Same name on YouTube. Same name on YouTube. Y'all can follow me there. Y'all can watch me there. Y'all won't get cut off. Y'all won't get any restrictions. And the thing is I pay attention to that chat more. If anything, when people think, because the thing is I don't have to worry about ignorant bots coming in and saying some dumbass shit. I don't have to worry about it. Thing is over here, they ain't got no bots. Because the thing is YouTube isn't paying out money to have bots. YouTube isn't paying these people to have bots. YouTube doesn't pay these people because the thing is you got to tell me like this. Some of y'all is new in here. Some of y'all are new to my channel. That's cool. Y'all see I ain't full of shit. All I'm saying is facts. But you always have bots that show up into my lobbies. Every single time I start my live, I already have some ignorant ass poster without me even saying anything. Imagine that. How I have somebody already saying some ignorant shit and I haven't even started talking? First comment is some ignorant ass shit. I was just like, damn, TikTok, at least do better. At least wait for somebody to fucking show up that I know or something and say something before you start off with the ignorant shit. Cause you just waited exactly for me to come live because you know what my lives is about. I condemn pedophiles. I say you should jail them, castrate them, or put them through the jail, no matter what side of the political aisle they are, no matter what country they're fucking from, no matter how much fucking money they have. Same fucking thing. And you here giving me strikes. You here giving me strikes because I'm just stating the facts. Verifiable facts too, because I'm not going to give you information that isn't real. Because I'm going to let you think, oh, he probably wrong. Nah, you can go look it up. You can go on congress.gov. You can see them getting 3.3 billion. There's no lie about that. There's nothing coming out. That's just me being honest with y'all. That's factual information. That just came out. But somehow we gotta look at it like, oh no, this is wrong. This guy, we have to restrict him. Imagine restricting me for Look at that. Your life is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes. Reason, harassment, and bullying. The crazy thing is that I continue to get these same things, and every single time, what's up, D? It was like every single time I get these things, it has been shown that I have not done it. So the thing is they continue to try to do that so that it's restricted, so that that way I don't get pushed to more people because I'm making too much sense. They all want Jasmine Crockett. Because the thing is now I realize that's why Jasmine Crockett decided to go for Senate. She wasn't planning to go for Senate, but Tallarico isn't part of this group. Tallarico doesn't vote against this country's fucking thing. That's the difference. That's why all of a sudden she decided she had no intentions, but damn, if we put somebody that doesn't go with these people, this man actually speaks out on the ignorance of Republicans and Democrats. She likes to, the reason why, and that's why I started paying attention, because that's the reason why Jasmine Crockett gets so much attention. That's why they publicize it so much. Because the thing is she keeps that division going, even though she's part of the same cloth. She still has you believing, oh, I can't stand Republicans. Republicans do this, Republicans do that, but here you are voting the same way they are. So what makes you any different than them? Just because you call them out on their ignorance? I call them out on their ignorance too, but damn, now that I see you ignorant also, I'm calling her out too. The same way you can say about Cory Booker, the same thing you can say about Hakeem Jeffries, the same way you can say about that other representative in Florida. I can't remember his name, the short little dude. That dude, they all full of shit. They play that nice game in front of you to try to do it, and most people fall for it. That's why I just like, oh, Jasmine Crockett this, Jasmine Crockett that. And it's just like, And that's why they try to make it that way. They try to make it that the options that you have are the same people. Because you'll see who's voting for what. And that's what most people don't realize. You can see what all these representatives voted for. You can see how they voted. Because the votes are there. Unless it's a unanimous, which means they're all for it, the votes are there in writing, and you can see each difference and each thing, how it's being put and how it's being labeled. But it's easy for me to get shut down because I don't continue the propaganda. I don't continue the lies. I just found out, like I said, if you really want news and all that shit, who is King Triv? One of the realest fucking dudes you ever fucking find. That dude doesn't play the whole gimmick bullshit like all these big ass content creators. What's the new guy? Johnny Parm whatever. Even King Triv fucking called him out on the bullshit because he just tries to get videos. Because that's the thing. That's what these influencers do. They're grifters. So the more their platform grows off of bullshit, it makes them look like, oh my God, this is what's going on. He was like, this dude went all the way to Minnesota to be like, oh my God, there's thousands of people, thousands and thousands. There wasn't thousands of people. It was like you just going, a lot of these people are just performing. The same thing with this Jake dude that went to fucking Minnesota to get his ass beat. That was all performative. All of that is performative. Because the thing is imagine going into a situation knowing you're going to cause problems. You're not going to have security. You're not going to have anything. Because that's what you're going to get. Because that's what you want to do. You want to make propaganda so that way Fox News will run that shit on the fucking daily clip. Like, oh my God. Yeah, they're all paid, bro. When it's funny, because the thing is the Republicans want to talk about paid actors. And it's always the Republicans sending the paid actors. You mean to tell me, well, the thing is like, Imagine the fact that this dude said we are going to have a pro ICE, pro whatever fucking rally at this time, and you were the only motherfucker that showed up. The only one. Nobody else wanted that smoke because everybody else knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Everybody was just like, "Oh shit, man, bro, I ain't trying to get." Yeah, because they have to keep the propaganda going. They have to make it seem like Minnesota, what's happening in Minnesota is right. That's all it is. They have to make it seem like Minnesota's right so that way when they go into another city, it was like, well, we're trying to make sure that fucking Minnesota doesn't happen again. Bro, y'all the one harassing people. Y'all the ones just harassing everybody, talking about cars are in our way. I can't wait for them to get to New York City. But when these motherfuckers are stuck in gridlock traffic that they can't go nowhere, can't move nowhere, what they gonna say? Everybody in New York City is obstructing? What you're gonna try to get on the train and try to mug people, and then you're gonna see how New Yorkers really act? Yeah. It's the same nonsense, man. These people, it's the same rhetoric, the same bullshit that they continue to push. But the thing is we have to be against it. Unfortunately, I'm all for criminals being arrested. I'm all for it. But when you got the biggest one in the White House and you ain't doing nothing to him, it's kind of tough. That's kind of tough on me. That's kind of tough for me to just be like, oh, because you saw how they hyped up the latest video of that ICE agent. I was just like, you guys are impeding our thing. We're trying to catch sexual predators. I was just like, you got the wrong address because 1600 Pennsylvania is the fucking White House. You over here in citizens fucking homes arresting people. Because most of these people ain't even convicts. Most of them don't have 34 felonies. Shit, not even one felony. But here you are. MAGA will keep on with the shit. MAGA will just come in here to listen to me and be like, damn, man, this guy talks a lot. But he right. Let's report him. That's why I'm not putting too much into this shit no more, man. I was like, you gotta start getting people together. You got to start making people talk. You got to start organizing. You got to start paying attention to these people that are supposedly for us when they really not. A lot of these Democrats is just fucking placeholders. They're the same people that support Israel in front of the fucking United States. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers be so quick to give Israel money before they avoid a government shutdown. You know how crazy that is? You know how crazy that is? Do you know how crazy that is? That you would support giving money to foreign aid before you support making sure people have health insurance that they can pay for. Because that leads me back to the beginning, right? When have you seen prices go down? Because look at what happened. They waited for all these things to fucking run out, right? So all these ACA subsidies, the same ones that Donald Trump got rid of his first term to try to get rid of thing, he is now trying to say he's putting them back, and that is the Republican plan. So basically, in his first administration, got rid of the part of it. Now this administration, he's saying he's putting them back, and he's just putting back the same shit that was removed, and then basically saying that him and the Republican Party are doing that. But at the same time, like I asked and I was telling people, y'all already received y'all fucking health insurance fucking premiums raised. Which one of you got a deduction? Well, I'll be right back. My bad. Y'all probably heard that first part. Let's see. Let's see. What you want, bro? But yeah, that's the thing about it. It's just like nobody has gotten a fucking reduction. Everybody got their premiums increased. Yeah, I washed my damn hands. That's why I made sure to turn off the damn thing. Turned it off. I realized I started peeing, and then I felt the fucking microphone on my chest. I was like, oh shit, they can hear me. I was like, oh shit, let me turn this shit off. I was like, damn, that ain't gonna go. That's not good. Say what's up to the people. I was like, damn. I was like, oh shit. I was frying chicken. Yeah, I was frying chicken. Can't tell you that TikTok will find a reason to ban me for that. I was like, oh my god. He had nudity. I was like, no the fuck not, bitch. Get your damn tail off my face, bro. Yo, you better not bite my damn microphone, so you're gonna have a problem. But that's the thing. You're not loud and clear there. Yeah, TikTok has never been able. TikTok has always had a problem with me because of the fact that it's just like I'm too factual. I make too much sense. I speak too much facts, and it was just like I keep reminding people, like the biggest fucking live I ever had was the one that I was just talking about, Wolverine Trump having his ear shot off. That was the biggest live I had, and they reported me for misinformation when all I was stating was actual facts about the shit going on. And I was like, yeah, they've been restricting me the whole time because the thing is look at my videos. The one video that popped off, the one video that popped off, and the video that actually got me monetized. Mind you, I was monetized last year. And then they tried to say, oh, you can't be monetized because you're supposedly a business account. And I was like, what? So they got rid of my monetization. Now I just got monetized again. And why? Because I had the video of the dude getting shot in the face with the fucking pepper spray ball, with the pepper spray gun. That's what got me monetized. Because they saw that I was showing something division. But the thing is that was just that part of the clip. That clip is way longer. Because the thing is you see that same person, because everybody's like, oh my God. And that's why I've just been quiet. Most of the video, I haven't made any comments on that video. And the reason was because I wanted to see the ignorance of people, and I wanted it to come back and be able to come back at one point and be like, look, these are all you ignorant fucks that thought this was okay. You all sided with the fact that this dude fucking got hit in the face. But then the rest of that clip shows that same that same officer had already shot two other people in the face or in the upper body region when you're not supposed to shoot that directly at people. So that same tall ass officer that shot the black dude had already shot somebody else towards the face and then had been pushing him doing the same thing. So the thing is just to show the ignorance of people being able to watch something and making a decision without seeing the full thing. Like the same thing with Renee Good. Most of them are just like, oh my God, he wasn't in front of the vehicle or someone's in the vehicle. And I'm just like, bro, if you see all the fucking angles, you see that as a cop, you never see cops get in front of fucking vehicles. But you saw this dumbass do it. See, look, I was about to get restricted again. Oh, let me see, look. I started noticing, see now, one difference I do notice that when I'm live on here and lately, I was just like, I would average about 50 new followers each live. That's how I was growing the way I was growing. I was averaging close to 50 fucking thing. And then the thing is I noticed also after I've taken it off my computer, I don't get the same response anymore. Because on my computer, it was on the high quality like it is on YouTube. I don't get the same amount of people coming in here. Probably a lot of people stopped in because of the quality of my camera, which is understandable. But then at the same time, I was still gaining like about 50 followers each live. That's how I was growing. That's why I was trying to continue to do more lives because of the fact that it was growing like that thing. But then these people just try to shut it down. Oh no, I know it looks fine, Pedro. The thing is when it's on YouTube, you've seen the difference between the YouTube quality and the TikTok quality. TikTok only lets you go 1080p or as good as your phone allows it. On my computer, I was able to be in 4K and then downsize it to 1080p. So it looked that much crisper. And people will always wonder, like, how the fuck does he do that shit? And that's what I was doing. So, but then, all of a sudden when I'm on there, my audio supposedly tweaking, and I'm just like, that shouldn't be happening. Because the thing is I'm running the same feed and pushing it out to different locations. So if I'm running the same feed, my feed should not be stuttering or audio going out if it's not happening on the YouTube stream, because it's the same stream I'm sending to TikTok. So how is it that on TikTok I'm losing audio or my thing is lagging, but then when you go onto YouTube, you don't have that same occurrence? I was like, that's all. I was just like, okay, I see what it is you're doing, and I was just like, all right, whatever, and we just leave it at that. But it's just like that's the thing. We need to start paying attention to these people. We need to start paying attention to all the different people that we are trying to vote for, or the people that are trying to primary, or the people who are trying to run. You got to see where they're getting funded from. You got to see what they're voting for. You got to see what they agree with. Because that's the thing with Jasmine Crockett, is the same thing. They're trying to push her there because the thing is she continues that divisiveness. She continues that dividing of the Democrats and Republicans, even though she votes with the Republicans. On certain things, she'll stay Democrat, but then she votes with the Republicans on things. If it's foreign aid and y'all want to talk about, y'all want to take care of this country first, we shouldn't be signing anything to give people more money. She voted for the $3.3 billion to go to Israel. Specifically, since you probably ain't aware of that shit and you ain't even paying attention that Israel got another 3.3 billion, specifically voted with Republicans to make sure that went through. Yes, but which one of them do you actually know their names? Every single one of those Democrats that voted for that should be voted out. You knew where the Republicans were going to vote. Every single one of those Democrats that voted for that should be voted out. Don't tell me America first. Don't say America first. America first when it's convenient. America's first. America is first. Oh, let me guess. You must be one of those. You must be one of those people that just follows it. That as the whole party went that way. You must be one of those people that's okay when they vote a certain way for something, even though they've been speaking out supposedly against it the whole time, right? And then you wonder why we're in the same predicament always. Because of that dumbass mentality where I'm going to choose to do this. And we're just like, you ask for something specific, right? And the funny thing is it's funny. You asked for something specific, then you got something specific, and now all of a sudden you changing your tune. So what were you trying to come in and accomplish in the first place? I'm not framing anybody. I just told you a specific fact. And now you want to frame it to try to cover up for somebody after you asked for the specific statement. You asked for a specific. You got one. And now all of a sudden, now well, you shouldn't be framing people that way. I'm not framing anything when I just told you a straight, bold fact. Oh, now that I got clarification, I continue. So that means you should have shut the fuck up and listened the first time around before you opened your mouth like a dumbass. Oh, be a little bit less emotional. Nah, I don't have time to incompetence with fucking dumbasses. That's the problem with y'all on social media. Y'all think that because y'all wrong, a person is just supposed to sidestep the fact that you were wrong and that you wanted to open your mouth before you fucking knew what you was talking about. You want to yap feelings, or you want to actually listen to what the fuck is being said, or you want to come up with your own shit? My bad, I forgot. We can actually pin shit, right? Oh, that's not what you said, right? You didn't say that? You didn't say that? You didn't say that, right? You didn't say that? I just know dishonest framing doesn't help anyone. You didn't say that? You didn't say that. You didn't say that? No, because your thought of mind is the fact that you want to defend somebody because you actually believe in them. There's a difference between framing somebody and speaking fact. If I just gave you a fact of a person that spoke out on something, voted that specific way, when she goes contrary to all belief, there is no framing. You didn't state a fact. How was your feeling a fact? What did you actually? Man, shut the fuck up. I was just like, it's always some dumbass. Look, I knew it. Some dude that thinks he's a podcaster, and because he only has his podcast, that's what it is. I knew it. I knew it. I just had a feeling. A person that thinks that they only know and hear. Nah, don't mute them, Soggy. I don't gotta mute ignorance. You know I don't care about muting ignorance here. Because the dude wants to say, you a Joe Button podcaster. No, bro, the people that listen to your podcast are the same ones that are being influenced by your dumb ass fucking shit. Because the fact that you got told a fucking statement and a fact and you overlaid it as a feeling, and then you wanted to say, oh, you want to be less feelings and more facts, when I've already stated facts, and then you get Rusty Rupees, gaming, podcast host, Keyblade wielding, duck lover. Damn, you must not even know your own fucking bio? Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy that I just said your whole fucking bio and you don't even know what your bio is. Bro, go somewhere else and go do a fake ass podcast. Go ahead. Talking about feelings. You haven't stated an actual fact. You want to say framing when, bruh, whatever. That's the problem here. That's the problem. That's the problem, that you run into these supposed fucking content creators that don't actually look at any fucking fact because they want to be off of their feelings. And the fact that I never said anything about any other Democrat because I was speaking specifically about Jasmine Crockett shows that there was no framing. You want to frame it to try to cover your ignorance as the whole Democratic Party did it. You want to highlight the fact when I was speaking specifically about Jasmine Crockett. Was I speaking on the Democratic Party? No. I was talking about Jasmine Crockett. So if she voted that way, it's in congress.gov. You can see her vote. The only person trying to frame their ignorance is you because you ain't got nothing worthwhile saying, bro. It's like, come on, bro. It's always these people that always want to say it was just like, oh, oh, you looked at it. You actually looked at his shit, Keystone. But it's always the same ones that think they know so much, but then they don't. And the thing is they try to frame it so the people that you basically just as good as MAGA, right? Let me guess, you were independent. You were independent, huh? You must be one of those bitch ass independents. That's what you are, right? Bitch ass independent. Mm-hmm. Probably what it is. Oh, nah, left. Oh, so that's what it is. You one of those. You one of those that want to say they're a Democrat and they want to listen to the bullshit, even though some of these same Democratic leaders have been fucking you over, screwing you over, say they can't do nothing, but then you don't want to call them out. You're the one that wants to be on the left, but wants to stay quiet about the fact that the people that are running and the people that are there ain't doing shit for you. You came to the wrong fucking channel, dude. I talk shit on both sides. There's no picking and choosing who the fuck is good and who the fuck is not. No, clowns like you are the ones that don't go into your community and actually explain them the actual facts. That's the difference. Because I can't stand Donald Trump. And I voted for Harris. So that already alludes to your stupidity and ignorance. I voted for Harris. And I called out Donald Trump the whole fucking time. But what did you do? You probably didn't say any of that. You didn't say any of that. Look, a person that's actually calling out the ignorance of the administration, you want to go and fucking talk shit about. So literally, that proves my point that you just outed yourself for being one of those fence sitters that only wanted to talk about left because of all the good they did, but don't talk about the bad. You can't talk about the good or just the good. You have to talk about the bad so that way we can eliminate the ignorance that's there. Yeah, you actually go into the streets. Cool, dude. Cool story, my dude. Cool story. And look at the ignorance you there where you defending somebody that voted to give Israel 3.3 billion. Yet again, you just as ignorant as MAGA then. Say, I don't go live, East Oakland born. Bitch, is that supposed to mean something? That's supposed to mean something? What you get sprayed for? Because if you out in Oakland born, it was just like, my man said I got sprayed because somebody went and peed on you, bro. Don't mean you were protesting, bro. Because you got pissed on, don't mean you were out protesting. I got sprayed by piss, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. There's always some clown ass dudes, and that's why the Democratic Party has the ignorance it does, because of clown ass motherfuckers like you. Because you want to come and talk, well, the whole party did. I bet you didn't say shit about the whole party doing it, right? This whole time you haven't said anything against them fucking passing that bill. First thing to come in here and talk, man, I ain't got time for your bitch ass, bro. Go on your podcast, cause you go live. I go live. I'm out in these streets. The fuck out of here, bro. It's always some clown ass people. What's up, Ohio? There's always some clown ass people, man. Always. Always. Bro, this dude is out in these streets, but you never seen a video. He got not one video showing out here protesting. Motherfucker, I've done more change than you ever fucking have. I'm a United States fucking Army veteran. I served the fucking country while you were out here getting pissed on. Oh, that's weak shit, but you couldn't do it. Look at all the videos you got, dude, because I don't do it for clicks. Then why you here? Look, and the funny thing is it's funny because you always have these same ignorant dumbasses that want to come in here and talk this shit, but not one of his videos do you see him calling out the bullshit that he's actually talking about. Not one. Not one. Oh, I'm about that life because I'm from East Oakland. I'm a tough dude, but not one of your videos has anything to say about politics or anything. So how full of shit are you, dude? Crazy, isn't it? Because you about that life, right? You about that life. But now one of your videos talks about that life. Bro, stop trying to be a fucking internet thug, bro. Are you even still in East Oakland? Yeah. See how quiet he got when you outed him? It was like, come on, bro, with your fake ass politics, bro. Fuck out of here. I can yap or I can take action. Yet you haven't done anything on your fucking profile to show that you are about that action. And my whole profile is all on talking the shit. Bro, that's yapping. Damn. Imagine having no proof of what you supposedly about. Profiles are for clicks. TikTok is for entertainment. Yet your bitch ass is here. Bro, just say you just want to try to get some fucking attention, bro. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. You haven't said anything worthwhile. You haven't said anything worth fucking responding to. All you hear is trying to get some attention because you think people's gonna listen to you. The people that come in here know I ain't full of shit. The people that know here know I'm about this shit. And most of the time they learn shit every single day off of my fucking lives. It was just like, it's just like that's what you call somebody that's fucking ignorant because probably he wants to have fucking Jasmine Crockett as his baby mama, and that's it. I was just like, nah, bro, I ain't got time for your fucking dumbass. It was just like a Rusty Rupees gaming podcast host. It's always the same ignorant, and the thing is you black, my dude. It was like you black. You want to defend another black person, that's your prerogative, but I don't care what the fuck you are. If you're not for this country and you're not for making everybody in this country better, stop with your bullshit. Stop with your bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I want everybody in this country to do good. I don't want to pick and choose because somebody I like doesn't. You part of the same fucking the same way MAGA has its propaganda. You are part of that Democratic propaganda where you think Democrats don't do wrong. The Democrats is just full of shit as fucking the Republicans. Nah, I blocked them. I blocked them, Vegas. I ain't gonna fucking deal with no nonsense. All you trying to do is get clicks and views. You about that life, talk about I got sprayed on. Bitch, somebody decided to go pee on you. That's not being fucking sprayed on by fucking hoses or anything. You literally got peed on by somebody. There's a difference. It was like, don't come with that bullshit. I don't care what your nationality is. I'm from the Dominican Republic, but I know I'm black. I'm not one of those. I know black, I'm Dominican. I'm not one of those. Fuck out of here. It was like, I know I'm black. I'm Dominican. I'm from the Dominican Republic. I'm part European, part African. I'm not gonna deny that. I don't fucking hide from my fucking heritage. How you know I'm Dominican, Poppy? How you know? Come on with that bullshit. Y'all seen all them videos? Fuck out of here with that nonsense. I don't give a fuck what you are. It was like, you're not gonna try to tell me that both sides is good. That shit don't work. The Democrats is full of shit and so are Republicans. The Republicans are in the fucking House and the Senate and government showing you how fucking bunch of shit and full of shit they are. But you were not talking about the Democrats is doing the same thing. And that's the problem. Because there are good on both sides. But you want to highlight the ignorant ones, and you want to highlight the ones that fucking specify what you want to talk about. And then when anybody else says something against it, you think they're against the party. No. Jasmine Crockett is good when she's talking shit about Republicans and the hypocrisy. But if you voting to help Israel out too, you just as good as the Republicans, because that's how they always vote. So you decided that you want to be America first, but then you decided I'm going to vote against America first. And then you're going to get mad at me for calling it out. I'm going to call it out on both sides. Did I think Harris was the best thing? She was a better option. But if she getting funded by the same people that everybody else is, what fucking difference did it make? I still voted for her. But I know she wasn't going to fill this administration with straight up racists. I bet you she would have never had fucking Stephen Miller there. And I'm not the fucking ignorant one that thinks, oh, this fucking country is going to get better because you got Stephen Miller at the fucking helm. I'm not the ignorant one that's just like, look, I'm sorry, but us black people, because y'all can say, oh, I'm a light skin or whatever. I'm Dominican. I know I'm black. I have black in me. I'm 40 years old and my skin hasn't cracked. That ain't from the fucking European side. That ain't from the European side. I can assure you that. But we're not going to play this game like, oh, we need to sit on the sidelines. We don't need to be doing shit. We need to let the white people do it. No, we need to be out there supporting these white people. Because those are the ones that actually want us to fucking excel. Those are the ones that want us to fucking do good. Those are the ones that are actually behind the scenes supporting us, while those other ones are the ones wanting us not to fucking enhance ourselves. You sitting on the sideline like you haven't been fucking fighting this whole time. Black people just basically got rights in the 60s. Bro, we only... Have you seen the fucking date? We don't even have 100 years after the civil rights and they already trying to take the shit away. And you think because they going after another minority, they ain't going to go after you? You were the first case. Then they got people so used to the fact that it was just like, like I made that video yesterday. Everybody wants to celebrate fucking Martin Luther King, but nobody's celebrating Malcolm. Everybody celebrated Malcolm. Nobody celebrating Malcolm, huh? You can block him, Vegas. That's another bot. That's another bot. Oh, just like you just got to see these people come in and they don't have fucking anything. It was like, you got no followers. You got nothing. They ain't got time for y'all. I was just like, nah, I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. It was just like, everybody wants to say, oh, this isn't our fight. This isn't our thing. I was just like, where the fuck is Malcolm? Malcolm did the same shit fucking Martin Luther King did. But you know why Martin Luther King gets fucking celebrated? Because he was peaceful. That's it. He ain't getting celebrated because he had a dream. He got celebrated because of the fact that it made sure that black people didn't fucking revolt and join Malcolm's side. Because you would have had a whole different country if Malcolm would have fucking been publicized. But we don't want to have that conversation, right? We don't want to have that conversation. That's the conversation that most people don't want to, they want to stay away from. And then most of the time they'll be like, oh, you're not really black, you Dominican. So which one is it? Because then they'll be like, oh my God, you Hispanic, you ain't even really black. I was just like, if I came from the same fucking continent y'all did, how the fuck am I not the same? Oh, because you pick and choose who you want? Nah. I'm fighting for everybody. I'm fighting to educate everybody because the more educated everybody is, the more of a concerned effort we can put in to actually fix the shit. Even my cat agrees. Y'all heard him fucking meow. I gotta back up here. My cat fucking agreed. Now you know I'm on some shit when my cat is making noises to fucking agree with me. Talking about, yeah. He just hit me with a yer. And he's sleeping. Oh, y'all can't see him, but he's sleeping. My cat even agrees, bro. And that's the crazy thing about it. People want to talk about it's not our fight. It's always been your fight. You've been fighting since you got to this fucking country. Your grandparents were fighting. Everybody's still fighting to get the fucking same footing that everybody else has. It's just a lot easier when you fucking publicize and you listen to the fucking, oh, let's be the peaceful Martin Luther King Jr. followers. Because, you know, if we keep them, you know, just protesting and talking, we don't have to worry about them. We don't have to shit. Look at how motherfuckers, look at how MAGA got mad all of a sudden when they seen African Americans using a fucking Second Amendment right. That's not a coincidence. Y'all ain't find that to be weird. They ain't got no problem with anybody else owning weapons, but when the people of color get them, it's just like, hey man, we have to be a bit more. We gotta watch out a bit more. Can't be having these people of color using their Second Amendment. Yeah. And that's what it is. It scares them because of the thing is that people understand that if they really wanted to fight back, they would. You don't think that happened in the thing? If they saw what happened in the fucking South, you mean to tell me if the slaves didn't decide to fucking revolt, they wouldn't have been able to? They outnumbered their masters by how much? They wanted you to be a pacifist. They wanted you to sit back. They wanted you not to pay attention to anything. Yep, exactly. But when Kyle Rittenhouse decided to fucking take his weapon and cross fucking state lines to go defend property, nothing wrong. But if somebody tries to do it to defend their neighbor, all of a sudden, like, come on with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit anymore, man. That whole we ain't gonna fight, we ain't gonna do this shit, we ain't gonna do that. That's the same reason why we in this fucking problem. Because we got too many people that think, oh, my vote doesn't matter or my choices don't matter. Well, if you keep voting for the same fucking people that keep voting against your fucking interest, it is your fucking fault. And if you're not voting against them, it is your fucking fault. If you're not saying anything about it or educating the people on what's going on, that is your fault. Because if you have the knowledge to educate people on the stuff and you're not doing so, that's part of the problem. I don't get to educate everybody. You know why? Because TikTok don't want me to educate people. I still haven't lied on any of my fucking lives. And what do I get? I don't get pushed out to people. I don't get pushed out so people can see what I'm talking about. I don't make the fucking headlines. Why? Because I don't stick to the propaganda. I don't stick to the whole divisiveness. I don't make sure to be like, oh my God, only the Democrats. The Democrats are the great ones and the Republicans are bad. No, they're both bad. But not all of them are bad. Because some of them actually want to fix this country while you have others that their interest is in another country. I ain't teaching nobody like Miss Rachel, Sagi. If, like I said, you one of the younger ones in my lives. Everybody else that shows up into my lives is in their 30s or 40s. You a grown ass fucking adult. If you haven't learned this shit on your own, you ain't gonna learn none of this shit ever. I'm not babying you. You a grown ass fucking adult that's been paying fucking bills. If your dumbass hasn't figured out that part in life yet, there's no fixing you. What you gonna spend the next half of your fucking life trying to fix? Nah, hell no. It said make a song for him. And I was like, I'm 40 years old. People are showing up in my lives if they're around my age range. I wish I would be able to reach the younger demographic because those are the ones that need to hear this. They're the ones that need to hear that information. But the thing is you got a lot of people that are in my age range that don't talk about this. You got people that just want to emphasize it's like, look, I love this country and I want this country to be great. But you got some corrupt ass people in this government. You got to get rid of those corrupt people in order to make it great. How you gonna fucking move forward when the motherfuckers is pulling your leg back the whole time? Oh, just like that's the thing. That's why you need to educate people so that they can see what has to go on. I don't do this just to ridicule MAGA. I ridicule MAGA, yes, because they need it. Because most of the time they too ignorant to understand. But I ridicule Democrats too. Because if you a person that follows Cory Booker, Hakeem Jeff, Chuck Schumer, all these same people that have been telling you the lies that they can't do shit, they don't do that, but money fucking flies out their pocket to another country with no problem, right? They vote quick on that shit. They ain't got no problem making sure that Democrats or those Democrats are voting for Israel to get money. There ain't no problem there. They never have a problem there. That's the quickest fucking action they can do. But oh, let's stop fucking ICE from terrorizing people. Nothing, right? Nothing. Can't do nothing. Oh, look at this bullshit. I'm gonna file obstruction of justice against Pam Bondi because she hasn't released the fucking files. Which one of these bitch ass Democrats has done it? Oh, 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 that's right. Oh, all of a sudden you quiet. So if you quiet on these topics, that's the reason why you're part of the problem. And if you defending these people that are quiet, you're part of the problem. It isn't anybody else. You part of the problem. Because she still hasn't. Them files are supposed to be released 2 fucking weeks ago, and they still haven't been released. You still haven't incarcerated anybody. You still haven't impeached anybody. You still haven't fucking put obstruction of justice on anybody. So don't give me this fucking bullshit. That's the same fucking bullshit. Oh, we can't do nothing because we don't have the House. So you can't do nothing. So since you can't do nothing, why are you there? Fuck you, representative. You can't do shit. You ain't even attempting to do shit. Why the fuck are you there? I was like, but that's the thing. People don't want to defend it. I'm just like, hey man, this whole defending these fucking people ain't gonna happen. Cause the thing is if you really about it, you should be talking about releasing those fucking pedophile files daily. You should be having a fucking press conference daily. You should be having, while Congress is in session, every single fucking day, you should be able to slip so that it's on record saying, hey, we still haven't released the Epstein files. Every day. Then they're gonna be like, hey, order in the court or whatever. That's we need to stick to decorum. And I was like, it is decorum. You still haven't released the fucking files that by law you were supposed to. But they quiet about it, right? They ain't saying nothing about it, right? Those are the same Democrats in the same fucking seats. And it doesn't matter who's on that list. It doesn't matter who you are, but Democrats is on that list too. Democrats is on there. But I don't know who they are because the Republicans is covering their names. Fuck you want me to do? You want to say Democrats is on the fucking Epstein list, which they are, but you not letting me know who they are because you want to redact the fucking names. The people that don't care who they are the real people. If you care if they're Democrat or Republican, you need to be castrated too. Because what that tells me is that you willing to turn a blind eye if kids is being trafficked or abused. What that tells me is that you willing to turn a blind eye if it's somebody you like or somebody you know. But we don't talk about that, right? Because we don't want to highlight that. We want to make sure that part stays quiet. We want to make sure people don't realize the fact that it's just like, you're not speaking out against them, so you would be okay with them doing it. And then you got these dumbasses. Then you got the dumbasses that there's no Epstein list. Bro, we've only gotten 1% of the files released. And that was just emails. We haven't even seen the full list of shit. But we know what we have received, the abusers are redacted. Because if it was the survivors, nobody has a problem with redacting the survivors. But when you send out a whole document and the whole page is black, that must have been a lot of fucking names of survivors that you decided to cover, huh? That's a whole, how many pages was that? That whole disposition was about, what, 20 pages long and the whole shit was blacked out? That's a lot of fucking survivors if you tell me. But that whole list wasn't survivors. Because even the survivors are saying, bring the shit out. Bill Clinton said, bring the shit out. But here we are, right? Those are the conversations that people don't want to fucking have and don't want to talk because they want to protect who they want to protect. It was just like most of these people may have a fucking pedophile in their family or in their home. Or they might just turn the right eye for it. But people don't talk about that, right? Because the Democrats is on that list. We know Democrats is on that list. But I want them castrated too. But I need to know who they are. Appreciate you, Mike. I need to know who they are. I can't bring justice to people that you are hiding. How am I bringing justice to a list that you hiding? A list that you covering up, a list that you don't want people to know who the fucking abusers are, cause you want to make sure they don't get what is it that they keep saying that they don't want to be wrongfully accused or whatever the case. If you in that list or you in those documents and you can prove you only seen him once or that picture was a one-time affair, you never spoke to him again, you never hung out with him, you never got on his plane, you never ended up on his boat, you never got on his island, then that's different. I'm not gonna blame you. You probably just got a picture with the dude and that was it. But we not gonna act like these people was just the only one time it happened. When you got the president himself talking about, I don't know who this guy is. But you've been talking to him after you said you stopped talking to him. Oh, just like there's people that's on the list. You can tell who's on the list and who's not. The ones that are talking the loudest about getting the list out, you know they're not on it. Because that's why they pushing so hard to get it out. The ones that are trying to stay quiet or ain't making no mentions, you notice how all those old school Republicans, not one of them has said anything yes or no about the list? That's also pretty telling too, if you haven't realized it. Awfully telling when all of a sudden you don't say. This has been an ongoing thing. The only time you've said something is because somebody gone and asked you, but then you've been quiet relatively the whole rest of the time. But at the same time, this it's the same thing that people don't like to make those connections. People don't make those connections, and since they don't make those connections, they don't realize that. The fact that you ain't connecting the fact that these people are about to appoint a sexual predator as the attorney general before Pam Bondi. Y'all don't make that connection. Matt Gaetz was soliciting minors, and this who they wanted to put as the attorney general before Pam Bondi. But most of y'all never made that connection. Most of y'all never looked at it that way. Matt Gaetz was soliciting fucking minors, and these Republicans decided that's who they were going to appoint. And the only reason the dude resigned from that nomination was because they said the fucking report was gonna come out. So what you're telling me is that every single Republican had seen and knew about this information, and they still wanted to have him sit as Attorney General. It's like sometimes I just wish I was really ignorant. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I think my life would be less stressful if I stopped being, if I would just be a bit more ignorant, or if I was just completely ignorant or oblivious, or just a fucking idiot. I guess maybe that's why these people be ignorance is bliss. I guess I'm guessing that's what it is. I think I would be. I guess I wouldn't be talking as much of this shit if I was just ignorant to everything. If I was just ignorant to pedophiles running these streets. And that's the problem, and that's the problem that they have, and that's why you see I don't get pushed out to more people, because they don't want me to enlighten you. They don't want you to see these connections. They don't want you to understand that these people are pedophiles and there's a bunch of them in fucking government. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to make those associations. They don't want you to have that thought process of like, damn, this dude is a fucking pedophile, or he's protecting pedophiles. Because you're not going to tell me all this is going on and y'all just, I ain't doing shit. I don't know nothing. I can't do nothing. I don't have the majority. You have a person that is breaking the fucking law because the law was created and signed. And I already knew that was going to happen. I knew this was just a way to make it seem like they were backing something. Yeah, in Utah. Oh, I know about Stuart Adams, the fucking representative that changed the law so that his fucking nephew wouldn't have to register as a sex offender, and that he wouldn't have to fucking serve any jail time and just serve community service. Oh yeah, I know about that guy. I reported on that guy. MAGA didn't. MAGA kept that shit quiet. MAGA had nothing to say with that. But it was just like these are the same people that if it's somebody they know they're gonna protect, that's a pedophile. And that's why you just got to see it that way. You have to see it that, oh, you want to protect pedophiles for this reason. Okay, that's on you. That's on you. You can't even bother with the shit anymore because it's just like it gets so ridiculous to the fact that it's just like, man, you really, wow, you really out here protecting pedophiles. Oh, that's a good point. When they tried to say that pedophilia was a mental illness, that was a way for them to try to excuse their shit. That was a way for them to try to do it, but then the backlash they got from it, they was like, damn, people ain't gonna let this one slide. That's why I think they created that whole gender identity shit. That's the reason why I think they pushed for it so much. But it just fucking backtracked on them. Sagi, you forget that whole fiasco that happened with the Catholic Church and not one fucking priest was arrested? I didn't forget that. I sure as hell didn't forget that. Everybody else did. You had a whole scandal, remember? The Catholic Church has found to have abusers, pedophiles, all this stuff, and not one priest got arrested. Some of them are still priests now. Oh, I know. They're trying to put it into the ICD and the other one, the fucking I forget the shit. The same shit that they use for us veterans to fucking diagnose our shit. The DSM also. They're trying to add it onto all that shit. Oh, the Pope, they all know. Ohio, that's the thing. We live in a fucking sick ass world. We live in a sick ass world, and the problem is that that's why they want you to be like Martin and not like Malcolm. Because if you were like Malcolm, we wouldn't have this problem. I'm just saying. Let's give them, let's put them in jail, and then let's let them register, and then let's let them go back out onto it. Oh, here we got another ignorant one coming in. It was just like, don't sound anything like Malcolm. Let me guess, you another pedophile protector too? Why would I care what these pedophiles' plan is when if you shut down the pedophilia, they don't have a plan to execute? You ain't think about it like that, did you? You ain't think about that, did you? Damn, look, that's crazy that you come in and the first thing you want to do is protect pedophiles and not go after them. You just want to make it seem like pedophiles is the right thing to do. And then we understand why y'all the way y'all are, right? We understand that. We understand why y'all the biggest pedophiles. Because y'all always want to talk about everything else but condemning them, putting them in jail and castrating them. It's easy, bro. Yes, keep saying I'm racist because I'm condemning pedophiles. Please tell me what race pedophiles are. Come on, Ron. What race is pedophilia? Come on, Ron. Come on, Ron. Which race is pedophilia? Because you out here protecting them. You probably on the sex offender list too. Which race is pedophilia? Come on, bro. You were quick to type all that bullshit that you had already pre-recorded. Now you awfully quiet. Now you can't type. Now all of a sudden you can't message. You were quick to talk all that shit, right? Which race is pedophilia? Because that's the quickest thing. That it's always the quickest ones that do that. It's always the ones that are protecting pedophilia that want to make it about another subject and they want to change the subject. Nah, I'm not changing the subject. I know fucking TikTok will probably ban me for it. I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm on YouTube also, so that if I get cut off here for calling out your pedophilia fucking protection, I'm still live somewhere else. Because I know here, this platform likes to protect these people. It was like, you notice how quick he was fucking to go off. You come in just to fucking talk your shit because you don't like the fact that I'm calling you out for being a fucking pedophile protector or a pedophile. Talk about the New World Order. This man went on a whole conspiracy theory fucking rant about the New World Order and all this shit, but said nothing about condemning pedophiles. It's always the same story with these people. Always the same thing. Always the same thing. I don't care if you're a conspiracy theorist. If you believe that pedophiles have a plan, if you get rid of the pedophiles, they can't execute it, can they? You ever thought of that? How's that for conspiracy theory? Isn't that a crazy theory? Imagine if you stop the people from working on a plan, they don't have a plan to execute because there's none of them to execute it. Crazy, isn't it? Isn't that a crazy thought process? You basically see, because dumbasses like that are pedophiles, that's what they try to institute into people. They try to make it so that you are thinking about the long game instead of nipping it at the start. Because if you stop them from being a pedophile, they can't fucking go on about their actions. They can't get to kids if they're not around. They can't get to kids if they locked up. Crazy thought process, isn't it? Crazy. That's why they don't want you to think like Malcolm. He got mad at the fact that I said to think like Malcolm because he knows if Malcolm would have won, he wouldn't be around right now. Think that part through. Think that part through. Just think it through. If Malcolm would have won, do you think he would have been there? He wouldn't have been talking shit about this conspiracy theory. They're doing all this, they're doing all that, but you allowing the pedophiles that you know to be out there to continue to be pedophiles. What actual good are you doing? What are you fixing for this country? What are you defending? It was just like, because you probably a pedophile, you want to defend your kind because they know, and he knows he would be next. That's why they want you to celebrate Malcolm. Because Malcolm had a dream. No, no, no. They want you to celebrate Martin because he had a dream about things happening. And Malcolm was making them happen. Food for thought. Just food for thought. That's it. That's food for thought. Malcolm was making shit happen because he was showing up with his group of people and shit was changing. Martin was marching with everybody. See what I'm saying? And then when Martin started changing his tone, when he's like, I want reparations and I want my. Remember, his last thing was like, I'm making this march to get our check on Washington. And what they do? Got rid of him. It's like, damn. What you want, bro? That's it. That's it. I'm not I'm not for violence, but violence happens. It's worked every time they want to colonialize somewhere. If that wasn't an option, why was it the option during slavery? If that wasn't an option, why was that the option during the civil rights movement? Because during the civil rights movement, what they do? They used violence against black people. And then when Malcolm came about saying, hey, we can do the same thing back, notice how the tune started changing? All of a sudden, there was, oh, shit, we just can't do what we thought we could. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to do it, but it's just like, you can't play that shit. Both Malcolm and Martin were doing the same thing. They were both doing the same thing, preaching for equality and preaching for the communities, the minority communities. Which one of them is celebrated and which one isn't? How come we ain't celebrating both Malcolm and Martin when they were both out to do the same thing? Because one was a peaceful protester and the other one was a armed protester. Notice the difference? Ain't scared of a peaceful protester when they know you're not gonna attack back. Because remember, that's what Martin tried to emphasize to everybody. You can keep on marching and you can get your ass beat. You can get the dogs thrown at you. You can get water thrown at you. And you still haven't improved. Malcolm said, y'all gonna try that shit, but we got weapons too. Y'all ain't gonna just sick dogs on us. Because there ain't gonna be no dogs. Message came across kind of the same, didn't it? I'm just, hey, don't hurt the messenger. I'm just here saying it. Messages like this don't get come across because then they're gonna be like, oh my God, Cruz, he's a threat to humanity. He wants anarchy. No, I want justice. I want the people that are destroying this country to pay for it. I want the people that want hatred in this country to not be in this country. That's the difference. And people want to associate it because the thing is it's easy for people to come in and try to misconstrue the things because it makes their rhetoric sound like, oh my God, Cruz is so aggressive. Nah, I'm just stating the facts. Malcolm and Martin were the same fucking people. They just took action two different ways. And both of them were working successfully. One of them worked a bit more than the other, but they ended up getting them both gone because they were both doing the same shit. But here we are, right? It is what it is. But that's all I got for today. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But as always, be good to one another. Take care of one another. Look out for one another. Love one another. Stay marvelous while doing it, y'all. I'm just Cruz. It's been a pleasure. You have a good rest of your day. Peace. I ain't say that. Sagi, I did not say that. He said that. Oh shit. Oh man. He's oh man. Yep. Fucking